What is up YouTube, Roger here. I want to talk to you about the most recent Elven development blog that Mod Osborne has posted on his Twitter. That's where I found it, and it's also been posted on the RuneScape homepage. So this one I think is a lot more exciting than the previous one. There is two now. I will link both of them in the description so you can go and check them both out. They are well worth a read, and the Elven City looks epic. So the very first thing that really sort of caught my eye with this was the Max Guild. In the Elven City, there is going to be a Max garden and like a building in that garden. So in that garden, the garden can be accessed by anyone with 99 in a skill or a quest kit. The NPC which will reside in the garden will sell any of the kits for 99k as well as the Max kit. She's a competitor to Max, and she doesn't like him. There will be 27 flags around the guild for flags symbolizing 99 in a skill, including invention. They'll be only visible to you as like an achievement thing. There is a main building that only maxed players can enter. You can buy a comp kit in the building, and you will receive a crystal tree seed as a reward upon entering the guild. We don't know what that will do yet. Presumably something to do with farming, and maybe some other boosts. We don't know yet. There will also be a portal which will teleport the player in the Max Guild, if you want, to any major boss in RuneScape. It costs money if you haven't completed the Hall of Fame challenge, which I'll talk about in a second. It's free otherwise, and there is also a permanent bonfire there. There is also a throne that can be sat on by only completionist and trimmed completionist players that boosts all of their skills to level 100 and DG to level 121 temporarily. So I think this is going to be the new sort of max place. I mean, on World 48, I think it's Berthorpe currently, which I get the feeling that will change when this Elven City is released. It's really interesting to have a max guild. It's not something that we've really seen before, and I guess, it's going to be, hopefully it'll be really impressive, and they'll reveal some more stuff in the next development blog. Okay, so what we know about the Elven City is that it will be bigger than Varrock. There will be a Slaymaster with combat level 175 and Slayer 85 requirement, but since the combat level is changing with Legacy, how will that work with 138 combat? Will it be 120 combat? Will it be 130 combat? We don't know. It will give high-level Slayer monsters similar to Kuradal, but with a Hall of Fame challenge, which I'll talk about in a second. The challenge includes the following monsters. It's also a trim requirement, for the trimmed completionist kit. King Black Dragon, Queen Black Dragon, Dagannoth Kings, Kalphite Queen, Zilyana, Kuradal, as in the Zamorak boss, the Armadillo God Wars boss, the Bandos God Wars boss, and the Saradomin God Wars boss, as well as the high-level Mole. All of those monsters are going to be required to be killed. The first monster will drop a dark crystal which adds a debuff once per boss until the inventory is almost full, and debuffs are making the challenge very difficult. You can kill them in any order, but it is going to have a requirement, and presumably any future bosses are going to be on there as a requirement. I guess they've went for bosses that are soloable or that people solo a lot because they don't really want to put Nex on there, although that would add to the challenge, but it would also piss off a lot of completionist players. But then again, I guess Nex isn't supposed to be soloed, which is why she isn't on there. So you can also add preferred Slayer targets, making the tasks more likely. You can pay to extend a task with 20% of the current total. There will also be a level 90 Slayer distraction and diversion, and you'll be in a dungeon for 15 minutes with waves for XP presumably. That's a little bit more complicated, so I'll link you to the article and you can go and read about that. There is also concept art for crystal weapons and armor. So there is a crystal shield, orb, a chakram, which kind of reminds me from the circle thing from Xena the Warrior Princess, if anyone has ever seen that. There is the almighty crystal halberd, which I guess we've been waiting for many, many years. There is going to be a wand, a dagger, a bow, and a staff, which all look pretty damn cool. So finally, there will be an Elf City task set, which is being hinted at right at the bottom. So presumably that will provide rewards and possibly, hopefully like a cheaper completionist cape or something like that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what happens with that. But other than that, the whole thing looks really damn awesome. And if you want the details, I strongly go and suggest that you read through it and read through the first one as well. It is a good read, and it's something I'm extremely excited for, and I hope you all are too. So thanks for listening, and I hope you all enjoyed. Cheers, guys.